What is the foreign key? So foreign key is nothing but one table's primary key can become other stable foreign key. Let's talk about two tables. Okay, so one table is our student table, another table is, let's say, library table. So in the library table, what should be there? There will be the book ID, there will be the book title, there will be the author, there will be let's say it is issued or not issued, right? So that field will be there, and there is a roll number field. Means if it is issued, then it should be issued to that particular roll number. So roll number will be also be there. So roll number in the library table is called foreign key. Why? Because roll number is the primary key of the student table. Getting it? So student table and library table could be making a relation based on a common attribute. So what is a common attribute between library table and the student table? So student table has the roll number and library table also has the roll number, but roll number in the library table is not the primary key. It will act as a foreign key, and book ID will the primary key for the library table. Getting it? So one table's primary key can become other table foreign key. So what is one table primary key is the roll number in the student table and will become the foreign key in the library table. In that way they can join and they can make a relationship between the student table and the library table. Okay, so that is the significance of foreign key. Then we have alternate key. What is the alternate key? An alternate key is any candidate key which is not selected to be the primary key. So as I told you, let's say the roll number and the phone number is the candidate key. If we have chosen roll number as the primary key, so phone number will become the alternate key. So whatever the leftover keys from the candidate key will become alternate key. Then we have the concept of compound key. So what is the meaning of compound key? Compound key is also called composite keys, or concatenated key is the key that consists of two or more attributes. So any key which consists of two or more attribute is called compound key. So generally super key is the variation of combined key. Okay. So what are the key that is useful in the database management system? So there are mainly two keys which are important. So one key is the primary key. So primary key concept should be clear to you. And another key is called foreign key. So the foreign key concept should be clear to you. Okay. Now let's take this diagram and try to understand what that diagram is. So in this diagram, as you can see, we have many tables. So here it is telling you, it is showing you the schema of the table. So what is the schema of the table? Schema is nothing but the structure of the table, which will define that what are the name of the table and what are the different attribute in the table. It will not talk about data, right? So in this particular example, you can see how many tables are there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables are there. Okay. One is a branch table, then account table, then depositor table, then customer table, then borrower table, and the loan table. So branch and account, how these two tables will be related to each other. So branch has branch name as the primary key. So whatever the dark attributes are primary key. So here in the branch table, we have branch name as the primary key, and in the account table, account number is the primary key. But in the account table, we have branch name. So branch name will become the foreign key in the account table, which is a primary key in the branch table. Getting it? Now in the same way, loan. So we have a loan table. Loan number is the primary key and branch name is the foreign key here. Getting it? Because Branch name is the primary key in the branch table. So how these three tables are related to each other, because in one branch of the bank there may be account or there may be a loan account. So account is, let's say, your normal account, and loan account is your loan account, right? So in one branch of the bank there may be two type of account. One is the simple account, another is the loan account, right? In both that, branch name is the common one. Getting it? Now let's talk about another table called customer. Now how customer is dependent, or how customer is related to the account. So as you can see, customer has customer name as, let's say, the primary key. And here you can see there is a depositor table. Depositor table has the customer name. So you can see that depositor and the customer are related to each other by, this is the foreign key of the depositor table, and which is a primary key of the customer table. In the same way, in the depositor table, account number is the foreign key. Why? Because this account number is the primary key of the account table. So I think you got the concept of foreign key and the primary key. If we'll take another example of loan and the customer, what is the relationship between loan and the customer? So customer are the borrower of the loan, right? As well as customer are the depositor in the account. So how these two tables will be related to each other? If you'll see customer name, here also we have customer name. So borrower's customer name is the foreign key because it is a primary key of the customer table. In the same way, loan number is a primary key, and here we have a loan number. So in the borrower, this will become as a foreign key. Getting it? So this is how all these tables are related to each other with the help of the concept of primary key and the foreign key concept.